NEA, we are a proud partner with the National Council for Higher Education and the NEA Foundation to honor the Higher Educator of the Year. This year's honoree, Bonniejean Alford, is it's an abundance of riches over there in Illinois. Bonniejean is an instructor and union leader at the Illinois College of DuPage. She's also a writer, editor, blogger, podcaster, publisher, and photographer. She does it all. She deliberately engages students to let them know that they are seen, they are beautiful, they are brilliant, and they are capable. She also finds unique ways to help students connect to content, like crafting lesson plans around fairy tales and the TV show The Walking Dead. NEA, please let us welcome, and with so much enthusiasm, Bonniejean Alford. She is joining us by video.
The lives and stories of all the educators that came before in my life that helped shape me into the person that you see before you. The educator you see before you. My fellow beautiful humans, this is really important to understand that what we do in the classroom, in the hallways, on the buses, in the offices, on the streets as educators shapes the students that we are guiding into their future. For me, my earliest memory was of my first grade teacher. I don't remember her name, but I remember the feeling of joy that she gave me when, in the midst of chaos in my life, she took me for ice cream. It may have been against the rules, it may not have been, but there we were enjoying ice cream, and she was letting me know that I mattered, that I was a partner in life in some way. Of course, I didn't understand it at the time. All I felt was that joy to be there with somebody who actually cared about me. That's not what I felt at home at all. Fast forward over the years, I've had many teachers that charged me with learning and gave me guidance and insight about who I should become as a person, as well as who I should become as an educator. I especially remember when I was in 8th grade and I was introduced to Sam Nazima and the photograph that changed my life. The photograph that brought me into not only doing activism, but photography, and also let me know that sometimes you're educated by someone you don't even know. It was in college when I met Jim Thomas, who took me under his wing my last semester of college. And even though I didn't have perfect grades and I didn't have a PhD behind my name, he made sure I knew that my worth was rooted in the justice I was trying to create for the world. That everything I would do would help change the world and make it better. At least we could hope. And that has been my mission. My charge in life is to create justice. I know, my fellow educators, that your mission in life is to do much of the same thing. I mean, that is why we're all here, right? We're here to be a voice for educators everywhere. We're here doing the work. I'm here doing the work so that education is good for the future, for the future generations. But recently I realized that in this whole process of finding justice, of finding change, of growing and charging my students with becoming the best that they could be and having joy while they do it, I lost something along the way, especially the last few years. We all know how hard the last few years have been. It's been draining, it's been difficult, but even before 2020, I was feeling myself waning in that key ingredient to building the partnership towards success and justice with my students. And that is the idea of trust. And I was reminded this when I was having a beautiful conversation with fellow educator Jessie Stommel about the idea of ungrading. I don't want to go there, but that's what we were talking about. Look it up. It's really cool. We were talking specifically about how grading in general or ungrading or whatever your principle and philosophy in the classroom is, all comes down to that aspect of trusting your students. We ask them to trust us every day when we're standing in front of the classroom or driving them in a bus or whatever aspect of education you hold. We expect the students in our lives to trust us, so we should trust them too. With all the tools we have at our fingertips to test whether they've been cheating or watchful eyes or rules in place, all of these things indicate a lack of trust. Now, I understand there are students that have made it difficult for us to trust other students, and we have to do due diligence to protect the sanctity of education. But I want you all to be charged with remembering that your students are a partner with you in learning. No matter what grade you teach, if you're in the classroom, no matter what role you fulfill if you're an educational support professional, no matter what you do in higher ed, K through 12, it doesn't matter. We are all partners on this journey towards excellence. And my challenge to you is to step into the classroom this fall, or this summer if you're teaching this summer, to step onto those school buses, to walk down those hallways, wherever you are educating. Look at your students as partners. Bring them into the process, even if they're a kindergartner or first grade. When I was that little girl sitting across from my teacher enjoying ice cream, I wasn't just a student in her classroom. I was someone she was trusting to tell her what I needed, even if I didn't understand it at the time. That's what partnership is. That's what partnership can be. And that's how we build a future of excellence, a future meant for justice. So, my fellow educators, my fellow humans, go out into the world. Be beautiful, be bold, and be excellent.
Oh, thank you, Bonniejean. For such an important and inspiring message, and for your commitment and dedication to our students, to your profession, to justice. Thank you. Give it up again for Bonniejean.